Hey guys, welcome to another day on the shop. Today we got the Ford Focus back in. So yeah, another day with the Ford Focus. Let's check out what's going on. All right, well, we're gonna do some diagnosis. I already know what's going on, but we're gonna show you. Got my scan tool here. Hop in here, pop the little cubby hole open, find the little doohickey to put this in. It'll go in. Wrong way. And plug. All right. So we got that on. Let me put the key in. This takes forever sometimes. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's see what code pops up if you can see. There you go. All right. And the code is, all right, a P1450, which is unable to bleed the fuel tank. Another one, same thing. Another one, same thing. So they're pending. All right. So we're gonna unplug that. I'm gonna take the key out. We're gonna find the little hood thing, and we're gonna go take a look at stuff. So what that code means, before we really get into it, it means that the vapors in the gas tank can't escape like they should. So when you pump gas into it, you fill it up, the vapors can't escape, throws a code, struggles to start, and it's no fun. So yeah, we're gonna replace these solenoids, because over time, when you fill it up and you top it off, you squeeze that one more time, a little bit of gas, it ends up wetting that solenoid, and over time it destroys it. More Ford technicians say that's the first thing to replace. Easy, replace it, cheap, makes all that go away. So that's what we're doing. So I have two pieces right here. One should fix it, I'm not sure. This is a line that goes into the engine compartment. It costs about $25, I think, off eBay. The other one is an evap, or a vapor can vent valve. Question is, I don't really know where that's at, so I'm gonna go searching. More than likely it's in the back next to the evap canister, which should be right next to the fuel tank. So we're gonna lift the back up and take a look and find this thing, because I spent $25 on it too. And I don't wanna hold it, and sending it back isn't an option really. So let's get in here and change this line first, and that one's extremely simple. So let's change this line. Here's the line right here with this little plug coming out of it. That is your evap purge valve. So that's one of them, and we'll change that out. It hooks into this little section down here, comes up, plugs in there, comes around and plugs into this whatever you want to call it, not vacuum line, but yeah, evap line. So we're gonna remove that real quick and plug the other one in, and that will be it. So let me undo this one and we'll get the other one. All right, pretty simple. It comes with a little rubber thing around it that hooks into a bracket. I don't see the bracket down there. It came with a bracket. I'm not dealing with it. It's okay. All right, so to install this, the new one, which is down in there right now, we're gonna take the intake off real quick, because it will give me a whole lot more hand room. So I advise to take off the intake, and yeah, let's do that. All right, now as you see, it's right here, so it's a lot easier to get to and try and straighten it out and push it on. Might actually, let's go up under this wire right here. Pull this wire up and out of the way, put it back. There we go. Snap. All right, got that one in. Now we will put this rear one in, and that'll be that. So here's the rear one back here. We'll snap it into place, if it will. And there we go. That one snapped into place. Now we just got to get the plug oh, right here, and snap the plug into place. And there, that's done. So now we just put the intake back on, and that solenoid is done. All right, now we move to the back. All right, so the car is lifted up on the back with a jack. This big old honking solenoid, and we gotta get to the middle of the car down there. So we're gonna lift it up a little bit more. We're not gonna mess with Mr. Yellow Jacket there. We'll take him out. All right, no more Yellow Jacket. And we're gonna crawl up under there. So let's crawl up under there. All right, so now we're up under here, and here we are in the evap canister. There she is on the back side there, right there. So it looks like it turns in and pops out. So that's what we're gonna end up doing. We're just gonna unplug it, turn it, and pop it out. So give me 1 second and we'll get that handled. Well, there's no real easy way to do this. I just put a screwdriver in there, pried on it, and popped it out. So yeah, now we take the old one, trash it, put the new one in, and plug it in, and that should be good. Then we'll brace some codes and start it up, and hopefully it won't do it again at the gas pump. Well, I was having issues in the car. We got the one solenoid out, then we pulled the whole evap canister out. It's not difficult. There's 3 10mm bolts. You don't have to take 2 of them out all the way, but then you got 2 press fittings in here, and then you got a hose right there. So we're gonna have to squeeze this back a little bit and push it down and turn it at the same time, so because it doesn't just turn straight in like you would think it would. So let's work with it. All right, so I've got a clamp here. I'm gonna push down, and as I push down, I'm gonna try and turn once it gets in there a little bit, because I just want it to press in, and hopefully it'll lock itself in sometime. There we go. All right. All right, turn it a little bit, and it's in. That wasn't too difficult. It started turning in once you had it right here, and then you just turned it a little bit. So it's in. I'm proud of that. And now we're going to install it back into the car, and hopefully that clears up my code. So back she goes. All right, everything's back to normal. All the hoses put back. The wire up there is put back. The solenoid's put back. Now, oh, we can drop this thing. All right, well, everything's back together. Engine's back together. The evap canister's back together. I won't truly know until I go and get some gas, because once you top it off, it has trouble starting. So those 2 things are, I guess, the only 2 things you can actually deal with when it comes down to the evap canister, other than the whole evap canister itself. So unless you have a line plugged, you shouldn't, but we'll find out in a little bit, because I'm gonna go get some gas in just a little bit. So let's go test the theory, and I'm gonna erase the codes with the code reader, and then we will get going and check it out, and I'll give you an update in just a minute. All right, so we are here getting gas. Oh, go ahead. All right, let's see how this works. Oh, it worked. It's awesome. All right, well, no stutter and hesitation to start. All right, so it looks like it was a success, and I'm happy about that, because yeah, that was about 50 bucks, but 50 bucks, it works. Gets this thing on the road for another 10, 20,000 miles before I got to do something else to it, hopefully. So I hate the Ford Focus, especially these years, because they have just so many problems. Why do I have one? Because I just haven't traded it in or went and got me a Toyota or something like that. Because yeah, this is a piece of junk. Sorry, but not. But anyway, so if you got anything out of this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me a comment down below. If you like this kind of content, keep coming back. If you like other style content, as of machine work and custom fabrication and whatnot, cool tools, do-it-yourself kind of style, check out my other channel. It'll be at the end of the video, 251 Designs. So I want to thank you for joining in to another episode of The Shop, and until next time.